Now it's time for our next debate, and I'm going next. I've just eaten into my own time. Look how selfless I am. Now, when the first mixed-race female candidate for president was announced, I was sat in my home in the northeast of England, but I heard from my window a very dramatic high-pitched screech all the way from a mansion in Montecito, California. Now, it was described by my colleague Camilla Tominey, and she said that Meghan Markle had been usurped by Kamala Harris. The Oprah Winfrey interview, now infamous, of course, it's ancient history. And the fawning is for marmalade on US chat shows. Here's the actress Drew Barrymore.
Been thinking that we really all need a tremendous hug in the world right now. But in our country, we need you to be Mamala of the country.
I've just been sick. She's a politician, not an agony aunt. And Meghan Markle's text exchange, of course, with Beyoncé, that was a treat for the cameras. She loved it. But Kamala has managed to snag an endorsement from the Obamas on a phone call she had, which looked also natural. Something Meghan has been craving for ages. And here's some mumbo-jumbo Montecito madness that could have come straight from the mouth of the Duchess herself.
Imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
Well, I feel burdened after listening to that garbage. And they actually like each other, the Duchess and Kamala. Kamala said, Meghan Markle actually said, I'm excited to listen to this and have this kind of representation. So, you know, she loves it for the reason that, well, you can all guess it, the ID politics element of it. Meghan Markle said of Harris's career in US politics, well, we're so excited to have your representation. And it's this obsession, this gobbledygook, this California chat. America is in, folks, for the most vacuous election known to man. Now, James, I'm sure you agreed with every word of that. You must be absolutely over the moon.
I do think there's a little unconscious bias
here we are,
coming out of your mouth there,
Please
Darren.
don't call me that. Because,
it is an interesting comparison. For many reasons, I'm sure your viewers can figure that out for themselves.
well, absolutely, yes, because they're both mixed race. They both go on about it like it's the only thing that we care about, when it's not true. People are electing Kamala Harris as a politician. What can she offer the country?
I didn't hear anything about her race in her unburdened by what has been.
Are you kidding me? It's absolutely everywhere.
Honestly, I think that she is amazing, and I think Mamala will do an amazing job as
What do you think is
president.
great about her?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you think isn't great about her?
Don't flip it,
James. Don't flip it.
Answer the
Because the thing is, she's talking to...
You probably like her because she's non-white and she's a female, so it's very woke for you.
So you're the one
But there's
obsessed
nothing
with
you
skin
actually
colour.
like about her
That's
policy.
a ridiculous thing to say. and people have been fired for worse. It's a good question. Why do I love her? I haven't read her manifesto. I don't know what she's planning, but I know what I don't like about Donald Trump and what scares me about the rhetoric from Donald Trump. And when Kamala is talking about unity and making sure that healthcare is sorted for everyone in America, I think those are the priorities that America should be focusing on.
But how can you understand anything that, like, her speeches don't make sense?
Well, you're playing clips from speeches
She
before
tries to
she
speak in
became,
platitudes, but gets it
became
wrong.
a
She looks
candidate.
silly.
And I imagine when you're vice president, you are just wheeled out to say the same speech.
No, I'm sorry. Hold on. That is ridiculous.
I have been, in the past, quite a fan of the Donald. But even I I will admit there have been speeches by the Donald that doesn't quite stack up or doesn't quite make sense from time to time. But he
shoots straight from the hip.
Well, that is a great thing, actually, and that is why he's actually got such a following. But that's the thing. We've been going around about this election, talking about two old men, and we wrote off Joe Biden, obviously, for all the obvious reasons, and where we assumed and thought that Donald Trump was clearly going to be the candidate that wins because we needed the Donald versus Biden. Kamala's come in and all of a sudden, it does feel like there's a bit of a breath of fresh air about America, that people are turning to her
Well,
campaign
of course there's a breath of fresh air when you compare Kamala Harris to Joe Biden. The man can barely walk.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not a lot of a comparison, really, to say she can walk and actually sometimes make a full sentence appear.
She can string together a sentence, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? And I think when people start to look... What I'm really looking forward to is Kamala Harris's track record being analysed, and I've done a little bit of research on what she's done. She has a horrendous track record of civil rights in California. She's actually responsible for thousands of people going straight from school to prison. Horrendous. Just watch Robert F. Kennedy.
She banged up a lot of black people as well.
She did. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And just for cannabis, by the way, she kept them in jail. And she's part of the corporate machine that's damaged America so badly over the last 30 years, I'd argue, actually.
But so is
badly.
Donald.
No, he's not. He's absolutely not.
You can't say he's not part of the corporate machine that's damaged America.
Look, they wouldn't be taking him to court using the law to try and take him out, making him poor, trying to literally, or people trying to assassinate him if he was part of the machine. He certainly isn't.
The person that tried to assassinate him, and that is awful, by the way, that should happen to nobody, regardless of politics, was a Republican. So
but that's highly debated.
It's crazy to lump them in.
No,
you're making that
James, we have to be fair.
No,
because
you're
he did
making
give
that
a donation to Axe Blue, which is a massive donation for left-wing Democrats.
Yeah,
so it's quite debatable whether he was
that doesn't mean that I'm...
Well, have you donated to the Conservative Party as well, would you? Would you join the Tories? Exactly. Right. So look, I think there's a stark difference.
Donald Trump got enough money.
Donald Trump shoots from the hip, and I love that about him.
OK. Just because Kamala's a kook show doesn't mean this has to turn into a kook show.